Alright folks, welcome to this week's edition of Dave Just Sits Here and Waffles On About Nothing for half an hour. No, today, let's try and keep it actually constructive. We don't have that many images to go through, even though you folks, I feel like since these reactions have started, you folks have, I don't know whether it's just a coincidence, but I'm seeing more posts, which I like. I'm seeing more information about photos for me to read. I don't know. No one's explicitly saying this is for Dave to read during the reaction, so could be a coincidence. And my camera is shaking today. I am filming myself on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I've got the REEFLEX G Series wide-angle lens, and the device I'm using to hold it in place is not very stable. So I'll try not to do that too often, but great lens, very nice. You can see the calluses on my hands. I've been going to the gym recently, so that's why I have a callus on my ring finger there, because the ring digs in. Anyway, you didn't need to know that. Let's head into the photos. So I'll just show you the first one here, and I quickly want to say I've been trying to take my own. You guys have inspired me. I've been trying to go out and take my own photos. In fact, I've just come back literally 5 minutes ago from my own attempt at a shoot. My camera bag is there on the couch. I just threw it down. It was a disaster. It was an absolute blooming disaster. I was trying to use this lens. I was trying to use re-held. Nothing wrong with either of those two things, but the iPhone, trying to record the screen, oh my God, it just would not have it. So today is the day of technical difficulties. If something goes wrong with this recording, if I just freeze or whatever, it's today. Just blame today. Okay, positivity, right? Because we've got Dookie, Brian Dukes is up first with this very interesting photo. Dookie, what have we got here? Where are we? Corfe Castle, Swan, some sort of railway, as we can see here. Is this a miniature railway? Is it a full-size railway? What is going on with this railway? Love cool winter's day in Corfe today. No trains running, so I was able to take this image with reflex camera. Yeah, man, don't mess around with train tracks. No way. And edited in Lightroom camera. Yeah, so this is great. I love, is there some depth of field situation going on here? Is there some post-processing with this blur? What's going on? These textures, it look like processed textures. It looks like a high for a pro raw situation. Definitely shooting directly into the sun with these tones. This is definitely some sort of pro raw or JPEG or HEIF situation. This is exactly the situation you need a processed format for, though, because in RAW this picture just would have just been very, very hard to get. You definitely have to bracket with your exposure brackets to get this. But no, very, very nice composition with the lines following the train tracks. You've got the sun there. If you overlaid some sort of grid, you would see it corresponds quite closely, probably not exactly, but very closely to a thirds grid or something very, very similar. And you've also got this on the other side of the picture as well to balance it out. It's very nice. It makes me curious. It makes me want to go there, which is, I always say the hallmark of a good picture. If something makes me want to go and see it for myself, whether or not it's the best composition or the best lighting or whatever, if I'm curious, then I think you're onto a winner. So what is the Jim Eels? This is a name I have not heard before. So Jimmy, let's have a look at your post here. Hi all. I just wanted to introduce myself and share a few photos I took using the ReHeld app. Well, I can say that already Jim is about to get banned with this amazing photograph taken with ReHeld. Jim, if you're not familiar with reasons why you may get banned from the group, it's basically when you show me up. No, I'm just kidding. It's when you take stunning photos that I have no way of taking, or I wouldn't have thought to take, or I haven't taken, then you will get banned. Or I will promise to ban you and then never do it. You've got the steam here, where the temperature is changed. Now, the only thing here, this is the problem with... It's not a problem. It's a limitation, if you like, of how the Reheld app works and things like that with this water not being as smooth as it could. One thing I would say, Jim, is use a longer exposure time, capture time. I can see in the clouds here that this probably wasn't that long of a capture time. And if you want to try and smooth out this water with Reheld, try and go for as long as you can. So let's have a look back at this post here. Yeah, this would have been... I would have loved to have been here and tried my hand at this. Really, really good stuff. I like it a lot. This bridge over here, creating some interest, the way the water is rippling over the rocks. I love it. Very, very nice. Keep it up, Jim. Hope to see more from yourself coming soon. That is if I don't ban you. So, what the... Paul Bravery's back again. Dun, 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 dun. I need to embellish the character of Paul Bravery because he's a superhero in my head. He's friends with Steve Austin. Steve Austin and Paul Bravery are my duo. The Martian Mesa. Mesa is table. Mesa. In a few different languages. So what's going on here? The Martian table. iPhone 12 Pro Max, main camera, REEFLEX, Pro camera app, Lightroom, mobile edits, 21,000th of a second. Really? Was it that bright? Something funny is going on here with this post-processing. Now, Paul did get back to me in the comments last time, so I know you do watch these, Paul, so I would love some more insights into what is going on here in New Zealand, place I've never been, but Paul, you're making me want to go, so well done. Is this post-processing with the colors? Did you do this in Lightroom mobile, or is this how it looks? What's going on, Paul? Please. And why the Mesa? I need to know. So, up next, Bob Hullman, another name I've not heard before. So, yes, makes sense here. Hi, all. I just wanted to introduce myself and share this image. The little raindrop makes it for me. Aha, the raindrop. I love macro on my phone and black and white and cannot wait to get my hands on the new macro lens, which should arrive soon, together with my 2x zoom. 2x zoom, I just happen to have one of those right here. It is my favorite of the new G series lenses. I may be a little bit biased towards it when it comes to making videos and tutorials about it and stuff like that. Something I'm trying to rectify. Well worth all the love you're getting. Sorry, I've not been liking or loving these photos so far. And the reflexes say, welcome aboard, Bob. And that's something that people like about the reflexes. They are active in these communities. They don't just palm everything off on admins. They actually go through and look at and check. And we speak behind the scenes and they say, have you seen some of the wonderful stuff people are sharing this week? You know, and then I'll jump on and have a look. They love it. They really, really do. So this actual photo, it's one of those flowers where you blow it and it all flies away. I don't know what it's called. It's called white flower. That is its name. And I don't know what is going on here in terms of how it was captured. If this is been achieved in editing, obviously the black and white conversion, but what is there some sort of artificial light going on to create this difference in the exposure? What's this depth of field situation? I'm going to guess it's not being done with a macro lens on a phone, because you can't get pictures that far away with macro, I don't think. It looks like phone macro. And Bob, please enlighten us in the comments if you happen to watch this. Thank you very much. Hope to see more from you soon and seeing what you capture with your macro lenses. So, oh my gosh, what the... Amazing, amazing. What is this? Where is this? How is it? Why is it? All of the questions. Peterson Great Falls. Reheld 8 seconds on iPhone 15 in a Lightroom mobile. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. Phenomenal. What... Like, it's just one of those where it's all about the subject, because there's nothing much you could do here compositionally. I don't know the area. I don't know where, if there was any other places, any other vantage points. But if this was your only vantage point, there's nothing much you can do with it. So it is all about the subject and the lighting, I would say, to create an engaging photo here. If this is your only option, you're never going to get anything that engaging compositionally. And you run the risk of it being a very chaotic frame, because everything's on a very similar focal plane, especially with a phone where you can't create that separation. You'd have to do it in post, create that separation, create that blur. But that said, this is all about the subject here, and I loved how the jagged rocks, or at least the highly textured rocks, contrast with the very, very smooth falls here. And the way the water, it's smoother. This is what I was talking about with the other picture that we first looked at, how the water is smoother. This is 8 seconds. So I found today when I was out shooting, once you go past around 8 to 10 seconds, like 6, 8, 10 seconds, I found there was a big improvement in how smooth the water looks. Whereas when I was at 2 to 3 seconds, I would always get that rampant, chaotic look, which I didn't like. But this is great how these white bits of foam here are down here to almost act like a frame, if you like. And then obviously you just straight away, you just look here, and the tree does the same job. So this is like almost framing. And then you are led through under the bridge to this icy, snowy situation over here. I just want to go and check this out for myself. And what is this going over the bridge? Is that, I don't know, that can't be what is that? Mark Hamburger, please enlighten me and the rest of us as to what is going on. I love it. Tell us, was this your only vantage point? Is there anything else you could have done? Some more information, please. Mark, love to see more from you, my friend. Oh, wow. The atmosphere here, the lighting. This, I would imagine, gets a lot more full with water in the winter. Is it? Well, it's winter now, actually. Maybe it's not in this country. Where was this taken? Let's see if we can have a look. But the point I was going to make, though, does that mean New South Wales? So is this Australia? So it's not winter in Australia, it's summer. Is that right? Is that wrong? Tell me, please. I'm guessing. So that picture that we were just looking at then, even without the water, it doesn't need it. It's the way the light is just bouncing off the top and just catching the water here. You've got all the pockets of shadow. You've got the pockets of light. This is a very, very challenging exposure. I don't know if it doesn't look processed. It doesn't look like it's a processed format, honestly. It looks, the way the textures look, the way the colors look, the way it's not blown out, but the way it's brighter over here. If this was a Pro Raw image, Pro Raw this would be soft. I guarantee it. This is, I'm going to guess this is definitely a Bayer Raw file. Could be multiple, but obviously the way the water's blurred, it's either 1 second or half a second or something like that. So I'm going to guess it's on a tripod, and it could have been with a it could be a bracketed shot. So that would explain why the exposure is the way it is, because it's been bracketed. A lot of highlight reduction, it looks like. I could just be talking the biggest amount of rubbish ever, but please, Ryan, enlighten us in the comments. And you've got, wow, yeah, this is definitely not a processed shoot. This is really top stuff here. Really, really nice. Oh, wow. A person. Stay very, very still while I capture my long exposure, please. Shooting into bright lights, like an open area of just sky here is very difficult. It can wash things out, as it has almost done here, but I think it works, even though it is a bit, you can see how the trees are getting washed out a little bit, but it works. Very, very well done, Ryan. I want to see more from yourself. Yours is not a name I've seen before, so looking forward to seeing more. Very, very inspiring stuff. Next. Okay. I now know that this person is called Saeed. I think I'm going to guess. Nope, I'm not even going to guess anything. It's Saeed. He introduced himself afterwards, after last week's video. Very, very typical Saeed. Sunset or sunrise, colours, very, very atmospheric. Love the reflections. Classic Saeed. He makes a feature on most of these reaction videos for a reason. This is from a post as well, so let's have a look at that. So this is from October the 25th. So cheating. No. Bahrain Bay. I need to look into where that is. Oh my days. Look at this. Look at the contrast with the blues. Shame about the Facebook compression there. This, though, can sometimes happen when these sort of artifacts. If this is not Facebook compression, it can happen when you try and recover highlights. So just keep an eye out for that. But we need to see a video from yourself, Saeed. You need to do a screen recording or just have a camera on a tripod of you capturing these images, because this is really top stuff. I think you've got stuff that people want to know, and I think you can show people. I mean, look at this. When you got this back, when you captured this is definitely Facebook compression or some sort of compression. But when you got this back, when you looked at this in your editing app and you saw this, you would have been walking with a different step, with a new spring in your step, definitely. Look at that. Phenomenal stuff. I think this might be your best one yet, Saeed. Really, really good. The way the rest of the city fades into the background, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well done. Really, really good. And it's not just a case of rocking up and the lighting does all the work for you. There's still work to do with your settings, with your composition. You could have easily messed this up and just made a bang average image, but you didn't. What are these propellers going on? Are these turbines? What's going on? There's construction going on. It looks like a city with a lot of work going on. So more information would be greatly appreciated. Saeed, love to see more from yourself. Sure we will. Now the complete opposite here of the colourful Saeed shots. This watermark is becoming familiar to you all, I'm sure, because Bradders is back, Brad Powell, with this gorgeous atmospheric shot. Not much going on, but it doesn't need it. It really doesn't need it. When you have this contrast here between dark and light, textured and smooth, it just works. That's all you need. This is all about light and texture, really. The way this fog just blankets everything, and what's left is your picture, and it can be, well, really engaging, as you can see here. I think Brad's done really well. This is from a post. So let's have a look. More iPhone 15 Pro Max long exposure photography. All three shots are 30-second exposures taken with reheld using a GorillaPod tripod. Interesting of why you'd use reheld on a tripod and not use re-expose. let us know, Brad, please. Edited in Lightroom, Photoshop, Luminar Neo. We had wonderful fog here. I'm going to ban you from that island on Tuesday afternoon. And I spent an hour on the shoreline looking for shots. The combination of this phone and the Reheld app continues to wow me with the images I produce. Yeah, well, you're wowing us all. Bradders as well, just so you know. If these reaction videos even reach you. But yeah, Brad just hit onto something interesting there. Sometimes you can just be walking around looking for shots, and when you see great stuff being shared, it's tempting to think that these shots just fall into people's laps, and they don't. Sometimes you can be looking for the shot. Sometimes you don't even get it on your first visit, and get it on your second visit, your third visit, when the lighting changes. You're in a different mood for whatever reason. You see different compositions. So interesting how Brad has cropped this. I've just noticed that these aren't 3x4. This one, yeah, he has different aspect ratios for his shots here. That's interesting. And yeah, so don't get yourself down if you go somewhere and you don't see a beautiful shot straight away. Like the people who are sharing the great shots, it happens to them as well. So, nice one, Brad. I'd love to see more from you. And these images are just gifts that keep on giving, the way that this rock you can just see it under the water there, just peeking through. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. You can spend a while getting lost in all the details and all the little gifts that you see throughout the image. Right, even though we've only got a few images this week, this is still dragging on. Not dragging on. I didn't say dragging on. I didn't mean dragging on. It's going on. Anyway, so this isn't a photo per se. I just wanted to draw attention to this from Glyn Jewis, who is going to be holding an iPhone, or is going to be presenting brand new classes at the Kelby One iPhone Photography Conference online. Oh, that's great. So if it's online, is it going to be streamed and things like that? So this would be great. Glyn obviously shares some phenomenal stuff, and yeah, check it out if you want to learn. So, finally, this one here from Nashville, Tennessee, somewhere I've always wanted to go, Nashville, Tennessee, because I love country music. I want to see Sun Studios and places like that. And this is, yeah, just something different. 30 stories in the air. I love this building here in the foreground. And I'd love to see a version of this with light trails. I think that would be really, really cool, if it's possible. Don't know if it is possible. It was taken with re-expose, so yeah, which means it's on a tripod. So definitely possible to get long exposure light trails here. But even though this isn't one of those images, really, really cool stuff. I just love to see this is one of those images where you could just spend a few minutes on the street having a look at what's going on here, and then you go over to this area. Right, what is this? What goes on here? These are people. Is this like an apartment building, or is that I don't even know what's going on here, but what's the story? All these people have different stories going on in this image, and I just love to spend time wondering, where are they going? Who are they going to see? This guy's got a light out on his car. Why has he got a light out? Does he know? I love stuff like that. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that reaction, and I will be back next week for a new reaction, and hopefully maybe I actually have something of my own to share with you if my technical difficulties don't crop up again. But it's been fun. Please keep sharing your stuff. I find it really inspiring and I love it. Should I start doing my favorite photo of the week? Let me know if you'd like that. Let me know if you're enjoying these reactions. People tell me they are. People tell me that they look forward to watching these and they enjoy watching them. So thank you very much. And if I can make them better in any way, then I'd be happy to accommodate, because it's not I don't mind. These are for you. I make these for you. I'll do what you want. Oh, my brain. I'll do what you tell me. I am your monkey in the circus. Right. I'm going to go. Take care, folks, and I'll see you next week.